Hi there. Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate you. I would like to talk with you for a couple of minutes about the price of saying no. And this actually is not only in reference to your weight, it is in reference to your entire life. You see, saying no is something that we hear as a child. First we're encouraged as a small child, and at a certain point that turns around, and then we hear no at everything that we attempt to do, attempt to say. We're corrected, we're criticized. So the word no has a far stretching meaning for us, good and bad. At a young age, we do not understand the good about saying no. That only comes later when it's explained. So you pick up as a child that there is a lot of things that you are not allowed to do. Of course, when you're small, you're not really capable of doing it yet. But you develop the skills as you grow. Very simple. And then as you move on in life, you will be the judge if you want to do something or not. And here is a caveat. Most often we do, and this is started already in our childhood, and I know it because I can see myself doing it with my parents. You want to please your parents because you're not stupid. You want to survive, so you want to have a roof over your head, and you want a plate on the table with food. So you give in. You say yes, even if it goes exactly against everything that you're feeling. Yeah, that's how it goes. So you say yes while actually you would have liked to say no, but you know what happens when you say no. You just really, as I would say, you pull the shit car over yourself, because you probably get sorted out being what are you doing when you're saying no. You're not grateful, and you're not this and that, and parents have this wonderful way of putting you under pressure. So you say yes because you want to have somehow a reasonable, nice life. Yeah. And that also applies to the kind of food you're eating and the amount of food that you're eating. You know that you have to finish your plate at a certain point. Whether you like it or not, whether you shove it down in one way or another, you just have to do it. And even, if it doesn't just, only when you're very small are you allowed to leave food, because the parents have to figure out how much you can actually eat, consume, go in. And usually, if you have any small children yourself, you've seen it on parties, and they want to have a piece of cake. They want a piece of cake. And they take 2 bites and they never touch the cake again. And you gave them this huge cake, thinking that they would eat it all. No, never. So at that point, they are still somehow, at the small point, they are still somehow capable of saying no in a disguised way. And if it's another kind of no, you can shove in the food only to see it come back again. So that's another kind of no. Yeah, wake up call. So when you get older, you have to learn to follow your gut feelings. Does something feel good? Then it's a yes. Does something not feel good? Then it's a no. And you just have to learn how to smile and say no. Not easy. You can learn. I've learned that when I think it was on my late 20s, because I never straight out said no. some certain things you say no, but you know what? You don't want to hurt anybody. That's the whole thing that's behind it. You don't want to hurt anybody's feelings because you don't know how it's coming back. So you're invited for dinner somewhere. Do you let them know what your food requirements are, what you do and you do not eat? Suppose you absolutely, like my neighbor, she absolutely abhors fish. And she tells you, I now know, because I recommended fish to her, a certain kind of fish, and she bought it on my recommendation, tried one frozen segment and went like, oh no, I don't like fish, and she gave the rest to me. So learn to say no, learn to ask what dinner, what lunch, what food is there. And if they ask you why, you say like, you know what, there's only a certain kind of food that I eat. Here's the thing. When you are a vegan and you're invited to a party and they only have ribs on the barbecue, are you going to eat it? If you're a Muslim and there is pork chops, are they going to eat it? No. And it's the same with you. You don't have to apologize and you don't have to excuse yourself. There is just a whole package of foods that you do not eat. And you don't have to apologize and you don't have to explain, because when you're watching this video that tells me that you are an adult and in control of your own life, you're probably working somewhere and you're paying your own bills, so you don't have to say thank you or bow down or whatever to anybody. Very simple. So learn to say no to certain foods when you go somewhere and you're with a group of people and there is one person who says, oh, you know, I'm going to buy you all around. Of what? Wine, alcohol, beer, whatever it is. Ice cream? You can simply say, that's very kind of you, but you know what? I prefer not to. Thank you very much. And no matter how the other 10 people are looking at you, that's not your problem. That is not your problem. Get strong. Get confident within yourself. Learn to say no, because the price of saying no for you is very high. You get to lead your own life the way you want to lead it. So you can simply say no and be very happy about it. Feel proud of yourself that you had the guts, that you had the confidence to say no. Too many people are wishy-washy and they don't say no. They give in to please the other one. How is that working? It's not, right? It's really not. You think you can keep it up for a certain time? Yeah, you can. But it's going to crumble. It's going to eat away at you. Literally eat away. Those emotions are eating away on you. And you are then eating away these emotions again. Oh yeah, it's a vicious circle. It's a vicious circle. The price of saying no is high. Sometimes, when you don't really understand it, but your gut feeling tells you to say no in life situations, you go like, why the hell did I say no to that opportunity? And you might beat yourself up over it for a little bit, only to find out a little later that it was actually a very wrong deal, or to find out that something way much better all of a sudden comes towards you, opens up. Trust your gut feelings. Trust your gut feeling. No is a beautiful word. Use it where you feel in the gut, where it's appropriate. And stand up for yourself. Because learning to say no, and not only to give you the confidence, but other people, they learn to see you as somebody they cannot fool around with, they cannot mess with. You are consistent. You know how to say no. And a lot of people, trust me, a lot of people are jealous that you have the guts to say no and stand up for yourself. You should feel so proud of yourself. You should draw the line in your own life. This is your life. You only have one life. So enjoy it, because the more confident you are, the better you feel, the less cravings you have, the faster you're going to drop the weight, because you don't need those diets that don't mean a thing, because all change comes within. It's a gut feeling, it's a gut change, and you got to really treat your gut right. And you know, it may take a little while. It doesn't matter. And don't run this by Bob and Mary and Jane and Michael and whatever and just ask their opinion. Just do it yourself. If it feels good, just do it yourself. You don't need to share a lot of things in your life with anybody else. This is your life. Enjoy it. Live it. Love it. Expand yourself. Become confident. Do what you love to do. And one of those things is getting healthy, creating a healthy lifestyle for you. Put up the barrier against any disease, any sickness that is around you. You can do it. I'm doing it. You can do it. So thanks for tuning in. I so very much appreciate you. And remember the disclaimer, this is everything compiled from my wonderful mentors. I love them. I put my own sauce over it and I present it to you, and I appreciate you watching my video. If you love my videos, click the like button, subscribe if you have not yet done that. Pass it on to anybody who you think could benefit from my content. And if you don't like it, that's okay as well. I just appreciate you. We'll talk further tomorrow. Thank you.